beautiful people. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's going on? Welcome back or welcome. Let me just start off this video by saying, hello, my name is Jazmin and I am a nosy neighbor. If you're like me and you work a 9-to-5 job, you spend more time at work than you do at home. So this recent quarantine, a lot of us have been blessed enough to be given the opportunity to work from home. Since I have been home, my new office is an upstairs bedroom with a large window that allows a lot of light and a lot of greenery to be shown to these eyes, okay? Since I've been working from home, I have been upstairs in the room that faces the back of the house. It has a very large, window presence in there, okay? And I see a lot that I never knew was going down. These could be individuals who are working from home like me, like moi, but it's a possibility that this has been going on this whole time, okay? So first things first, it is a man who goes to a gas station that's not too far from the house. Mind you, it's like a 10 to 15 minute walk. For me, probably a 20 to 25 minute walk one way to a gas station, and he gets a 24 case of beer, natural ice to be specific, every day. Every day, this little old man walks to the gas station and walks back, okay? So I've noticed that. At first, I was like, he ain't going every day, but then something was like, just make a mental note. Is that weird? Do I not have a lot of time on my hands? I don't have a lot of time on my hands because I'm constantly thinking about what I'm going to do next. And apparently that fit its way into being one of those things. Anywho, then I see this lady, she walks every day. A man started walking with her every day, okay? We have a mom and son who walk every day. We have 3 siblings or 3 cousins maybe. They're like teenagers, they walk every day. It's nice to see everybody out and about walking. It's very refreshing. It makes me want to get outside and go for my walks too. I have learned that we have an increase, or I can't even say it's an increase because I don't know if this was always an issue. A lot of dogs get out in these neighborhoods. Like we have a lot of, I'm not even gonna say stray dogs, I'm gonna say lost dogs because they look like they are pets. They look like they are domestic animals. They don't look, but I don't know if they're dangerous. I walk Rhoda. I don't like getting in situations where there's a stray dog involved, where I have Rhoda on a leash and the dog is not on a leash, especially when it's just me and her without David. I don't necessarily know how to react in those situations. Rhoda is overprotective when it's me, especially if it's an unknown animal who looks aggressive, who's barking, who's lunging, etc. So now I bring, give me a second. So now I bring my handy dandy baton, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, it is a selfie stick. It is meant for selfies, but now I bring it on walks with us. Just in case, I gotta like shoo somebody's dog away, okay? I just wanted to pop in and clarify something that could potentially be taken out of context. You might not have, but I also just wanted to clarify. The selfie stick is just used to keep distance between Rhoda and the potential unknown dog. It is not used to hit the dog or anything like that. It's just merely used to like a poking motion to keep them away from Rhoda, because Rhoda would be at a disadvantage in that situation because she would be the only animal on a leash. I do not like when dogs fight. I'm an overprotective mama bear, and Rhoda is overprotective of me, especially when it's an unknown animal in the mix who's running up to her, whether it's to play or anything like that, because we don't know the animal. With that being said, David and I try our best to return animals to their owner if we know which house the dog got out from or whose dog it could potentially be, or we'll wait around to see if the owner is close by. So, okay, maybe they just got away. Sometimes dogs get away from you if you're walking them off your leash and they get way ahead of you. So we'll just wait and see. Or if I need to, I will bring Rhoda back inside, grab a leash, and go see if I can get the dog myself. So I just wanted to clarify that. The selfie stick is merely to keep distance while I figure out how to process the situation so that Rhoda's safe, the unknown animal is safe, and I am safe. I have learned that there is a neighbor who has this little dog, okay? He's maybe 20, 30 pounds, a little bigger than a Chihuahua, all right? He was getting out of the house every day. He was not threatening because of his size to me and Rhoda. And I was a little concerned because, I would hate, I think of Rhoda in all those instances, what if she got out? What would I want someone to do? He would get out every day, and I finally learned who the owners are, and the kids there's more than one dog in the house, and he would slip past these teenagers every day day and get out the house, okay? But I digress. The people across the streets, 2 big dogs, bigger than Rhoda, have gotten out, but they're scary, thank goodness, okay? And then I've seen other dogs randomly going across my window, and when I'll go out to look for them without Rhoda, they're gone, which makes me feel really sad and makes me hope that they've gotten back to their owners. But y'all, dogs are like, to me anyway, dogs are like children. So if you don't hear them and you don't see them, you need to go see what they're doing, especially if you have your dog outside. Like, I have Rhoda outside. We need to get our fence redone, and I like to let her outside while I'm working from home. There are gaps in the fence. She's not big enough to fit through the gaps of the fence, but she is more than capable of jumping over the fence. Does she know that yet? No. Okay, and I don't want her to find that out. Are there holes in the fence? Yes. So I periodically come downstairs and I check on her, and if I don't see her just because of the way the yard is shaped, I will call her name to make sure I can lay eyes on her, or I will go out there to see if I can see her, because she knows, okay? She knows I'm coming to look for her. Period. Because I'm always looking for her. And she even peeks around the corner to be like, oh, that's just mom. Okay? Then there are Mother Nature. I love you, sis. Then there are the neighbors who have, Then there are the neighbors who get packages literally every day. If it's not FedEx, UPS, the post office. And it's so bad that they don't even stop, because she's like the last house on the corner. They don't even stop in front of her house. It's like, boop, on the way. They stop on the curb of the street, like halfway in the grass, halfway still in the street, on the main road. Drop off a package and keep it pushing, because they go every dang, it's hilarious. I have learned there is a potential flooding issue in my neighborhood. So the drainage system was fixed across the street. Now, had I not been home, I wouldn't have known this. So, you know, in your neighborhood, there are a string of like drainages. I'm sure there's a better word for these things. And they all lead to one main drain that leads to a water system. Okay, lake, river, pond, whatever. So for the main drain where my street drains to their street, so here's my street, and then across the street is the main drain. So water is coming from here, from my neighborhood to here. Apparently it's messed up, caved in. And so instead of fixing it, they covered it with dirt. So what does all the water in my neighborhood do? It backs up. Now, it's not flooding into anybody's homes, but it still creates an issue of when we're driving into the neighborhood, can't see the street, and I have someone canoeing in the water on the only entrance into my neighborhood. So I call the city and I'm like,
hey sis, you know, somebody's canoeing, they're kayaking in the street, it's flooding. You know, normally it gets a little like that when it rains heavy, but it's gotten worse since they've done whatever they did across the street.
And she's like,
oh yeah, I know they've called and had issues with that.
and then people came right away. When I say they came within 30 minutes of that phone call, respect. Okay, I really appreciate them for that. They fixed our issue. It's a temporary fix. It's not a full fix. But had I not been here, no one in my neighborhood was gonna call. Okay, one of the neighbors, which we're gonna have a discussion about that too. Me and David were walking road, and she's in like this little tiny Fiat, and he's like, oh, you were able to get through that? Because David parked across the street because his Subaru is too low to the ground to be playing them type of games, okay? She was like,
I know where the street is.
but the real thesis is that I already done seen y'all car get towed, so you can't tell me nothing about you know where the street is and y'all got car problems. Anyways, so that just let me know the attitude of the neighborhood, that no one was really going to call about the issue. But I went ahead and called, and they came within 30 minutes of that phone call, because I'm not about to play that. No, also, I am one of 2 homeowners in this area, in this neighborhood, in this like circle. The rest of the residents here are renters. This is my investment property, which is part of the reason why I chose this house. It was in my budget. I felt like it was workable for me to try and renovate myself, and it's a great place for rental property. So that's what my goal is for this house. So, you know, it's some cons when you're living in a neighborhood that's primarily renters, because, you know, they're not going to take care of it most. I'm not going to say all, because when I was renting, I left it better than when I got it, which I feel like is how you should go through life, but not everybody is like that. But yeah, so, I have learned that the kids, that's somebody's churns. They're boys, you know, boys will be boys. The boys like to go on people's trash, okay? And they like to use it to make treehouse things. You know, people be leaving all types of stuff on the street. But when they be digging through people's trash, they don't put the stuff back, so it's just a mess. And I don't know if I'm gonna go talk to the neighbors or not about it, because the way their yard look, that's where the kids got it from. They got it from them, so I feel like there's no point. It's just, you know, I don't know how you have your kids out here. I know I want them to be outside. I want them to play. I want them to have fun. But at the same time, why are they out here digging in people's trash and leaving the street a mess? Okay, like, we can't be doing that. No. Anywho, I be watching people. I be seeing who coming up in here. Okay. I want to know if your face look normal. Okay. There was a point where it was one of our neighbors who I wasn't used to seeing, but he stopped and was talking to one of the little kids. The little kid's like 6. And I was looking at that kitchen window like, don't try nothing, bruh, because I'm ready for you. David went over there and talked to him because he didn't like the situation either. And he was like, oh, that's our neighbors. You know, he was helping the little boy fix their bike because the chain kept popping up. But still, okay, I want to see, oh, I haven't seen that car before. Why is that car keep coming here? Oh, who's parked over there? You know what I'm saying? I like to know who's in this neighborhood. I like to know who's around me because, you know, you never know what's going on next to you. That goes for if you're in a good neighborhood, if you're in a bad neighborhood, if you're in a regular neighborhood where things are quiet. Anything can happen in any neighborhood, okay? So I like to stay ready. I'm not playing with these people, especially with our current climate, you know what I'm saying? Me and David are in an interracial relationship, you know. He sometimes is at work longer than I am. It's a lot of safety things that I like to think about with my living situation. That goes for if I'm going shopping, that goes for at work. I'm always thinking about my safety. And if something were to happen, what would I do? Okay. Is that weird? Possibly. I don't know why I think that way, you know, but I feel like in today's society, you got to know what would you do or your options of what could you do. Right? So yeah, I'm Nosey. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.